It's week number 2 here in the ECFL Spring 2025 season. We are here in New Britain, Connecticut for this matchup as the Connecticut Falcons take on the East Coast Cardinals. Welcome to this presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube, everybody. I'm Steven Err. The Falcons are back in 2025 after taking the 2024 season off after winning the 2023 Independent Football Association Championship game, an 8-0 victory over the New York Patriots. They were supposed to play their first game here in the ECFL last week against the New York Blackhawks out of Queens, New York. But unfortunately, the Blackhawks folded, and that game wound up being canceled. As for the two-time defending spring ECFL champion East Coast Cardinals, they're coming off a bitter loss week 1. They fell 15-13 in triple overtime against the Seacoast Warhawks, a game in which they led 13-0 in the fourth quarter. So the Cardinals will be looking to bounce back and start a road to a three-peat, while the Falcons, will be looking to start a new chapter in their franchise, the year number 6, their first in the East Coast Football League, with the victory. We're ready to go here from Newbury, Connecticut. Kickoff coming up right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to rock, we're ready to roll, and we have a whistle right before the kick. The Cardinals won the toss. They elected to receive, and that one, there's one number 0. We have two number 0s here. One of them is the starting quarterback, Jordan Jones, or at least that's what we seemed as. Number 0 was the one in at quarterback during the warm-ups here for the Cardinals. Again, the two-time defending ECFL Spring champions. They defeated the New England Golden Lions last year's championship game and also defeated Seacoast Warhawks in the 2023 championship game. The ECFL's inaugural spring season was in spring of 2023. Those two teams met last week, as we talked about already, and Cardinals blew a 13-0 fourth quarter lead and wound up losing in triple overtime. It was a classic game. Now we're ready to go here. We are underway from New Britain, Connecticut. Again, the Cardinals won the toss, elected to receive, and that's a lost ball to start off. Number 0 taking it. And he's going to get out to the 20. He's going to get tripped up at the 24-yard line. And now we will zoom in. Get the best possible view we can here on our broadcast booth. Once again, everybody, welcome in. This is a presentation of ECFL right here on YouTube. I'm Steven Err. Thank you all for joining us here we are here at the New Britain Police Athletic League Complex, or PAL Complex, here in New Britain, Connecticut. We're about 15 minutes outside of Hartford, Connecticut. And look at the Cardinals. Let's see who's in the quarterback. Look like as we saw in practice in the opener, in warm-ups. Well, number 0 is Jordan Jones. Let's see who it is going to be here as we start this one off. Falcons, by the way, wearing Connecticut State Wildcats jerseys, so everybody has different jerseys than what the ECFL roster listed. So pretty much we're not going to know anybody's names here tonight, except a few. So stay tuned for that. We're going to have a lot of numbers coming to you. And there he is, yes, number 0, Jordan Jones in at quarterback here for the Cardinals. Going to bounce back after last week's 15-13 triple overtime loss against Seacoast Warhawks. They'll start at the 24-yard line. First play here in week number 2, ECFL Spring 2025 season. And it's a handoff here. I don't know who has the ball. I can't see. But they are wrapped up at about the 26-yard line. It's only a gain of about 2. Again, we're just going to go with numbers here. I don't believe we're going to do anything here with the roster names. That was number 23 there with the carry there for the Cardinals. And when I was trying to prepare for this game, talking about as far as names and numbers and positions, all that go for the Cardinals, I talked to the GM, Neil Lowe, who's also obviously the owner of Pick 6 Photography, and she told me they're still trying to get guys to earn their spots and everything, so nobody has that extra position yet. Everybody's playing everything pretty much. So you'll be seeing everybody do everything here, and that was the carry. Looked like again number 23 was on the carry there. Only gained about 1 on that one. Well, we can tell you that Jordan Jones, number 0, is in at quarterback for East Coast. Second down at about 8 here. Jones going to take it himself here on second down. He's going to get wrapped up after maybe a yard on that one. Third down and 7 coming up for East Coast, so a big third down here. Again, the Falcons returning. This is year number 6 for them. This is I believe it's their first year in the ECFL. They played in the IFA in 2023. Obviously, if you guys remember that. A lot of teams left the IFA for the ECFL, including the Cardinals, the Warhawks, the Boston Chargers as well after about week 3. It was about week 2, everything went under. Of course, if you paid attention to the New England Broadcast Network, NEBN, we were in Sanford, Maine. Seacoast Warhawks were supposed to take on the Boston Chargers, and Jim Harmon wound up stealing the referees. And just like we have a timeout from the Cardinals, third down and 7. When we come back, you're watching the ECFL right here on YouTube. And back to the action here. It's still third down and 7 for the Cardinals, looking to do something on this first drive. Falcons looking to make a big stop here. The 2 running backs there in the backfield. Jones is in the shotgun. Falcons showing blitz. Jones pumps, chucking it down the field. Has a man. The pass is incomplete. And a flag. Tenor number looks like number 10 there. Not a flag there. It's going to be going against the Falcons. That was an easy call there. You could see that number 7 was not turned around. Coverage. That's going to be pass interference. And there's the owner of the Connecticut Falcons, Ivan Munoz, trying to argue the call, the referees. But again, as you saw on camera, folks, number 7 was not turned around. Arms up in the air. Contact. Easy flag for the refs. And the Cardinals got an easy first down, and now they're inside the Falcon territory. Ball is officially at the 46 and about 3/4 yard line there. It's about closer to the 47 to the 46, but they're going to give it. That's a big first down on 3rd down and 7. A 29-yard penalty there going against the Falcons on defense. But again, easy call there. Number 10 now coming in motion. He was the 10 receiver on that last play. First half of the Cardinals. Jones hands off to the big man, number 6, breaking off tackles. Still going inside the 40 down to about the 37-yard line. So that's a 9-yard gain for the big man, number 6. There, running back. Of course, he had 2 running backs there in the backfield for the Cardinals there. Also 2 running backs in the backfield there on 3rd down and 7 on that pass interference call that went against the Falcons and gave the Cardinals a fresh set of downs. Now they're getting closer now. They actually placed the ball here at about 38-yard line. So a gain of 8. And we'll call it 2nd down and 2. Scoreless here. First quarter. We have no running clock. So we will let you know as soon as we know. The referees are, I'm sure, controlling the time here in this game. We'll let you know the end of each quarter, at halftime, so on and so forth. 2nd and 2 here. 2 running backs again in the backfield. 3 receivers set for the Cardinals. And Jones is going to hand off here. Number 33 was a big hole at the middle. Breaking off tackles down to the 25, and that's a first down for the Cardinals. So the run game proven to be pretty well here on the last couple plays for the defending champions. Running over to that Falcon defense like a hot knife through butter. It's another first down here for the Cardinals on 2nd and 2. Got that and plenty more. So it'll be first down for the Cardinals. First drive here for the Cardinals in this game. Game was scoreless between the Cardinals and the Warhawks heading into the 2nd quarter. So let's see if the Cardinals can score here on their very first drive. Jones now under center on first down here at the 25-yard line. Hand off here again. Looks like number 6, and he's going right back to the line of scrimmage. He goes nowhere there. Tackle by number 25 for the Falcons. Again, number 1. Cardinals lost to the Warhawks 15-13 in triple overtime after blowing a 13-0 4th quarter lead. Still the most exciting game of ECFO Week 1. If you guys look back, you see that the Rhode Island Ducks defeated the Boston Chargers 41-7 in week number 1. That wasn't much of a game. And the Bulldogs defeated the Tri-State Bruins 27-12 out at AIC in Springfield, Massachusetts. So 2nd and 10 here after the run there for no gain. Jones once again under center. And a hand off here. And there's number 6 cut to the middle. Looked like for a second there one of the Falcon defenders was going to be able to knock him down, but he was unable to. Kind of took a dive there trying to tackle number 6, and he gets to the 20-yard line. So 3rd and 5 here. Another big 3rd down here coming up for the Cardinal offense, who on the last couple plays running right through that Falcon defense, but not much problem. And now they face a 3rd down and 5 here at the 25. Now you get to the 20-yard line for a first down. Most might see him go for it. It's very windy out here in New Britain, so perhaps the Cardinals and owner William Shiver decide not to go for a field goal here if they don't convert. 3rd down and 5 from the 25. And they're going to hand off. You know, Jones is going to take it, and he's not going to get to the 15-yard line. He might not even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's a huge play. Number, feels like I can't see the number there. Maybe number 69. I can't really see the number. Or 89, excuse me. That's number 89 for the Falcons making that tackle. So It's going to be fourth down, and as I figured, it is going to be a fourth down try here for the Cardinal offense. They're trying to do something here on this first drive. Falcons looking to make a big stop, make a statement here early on in this one. Only get a one on the carry there by Jones. It'll be fourth down and 4 from the 19-yard line. Big conversion here for the Cardinals. Big stop for the Falcons. Let's see who wins this battle. 4th and 4. Jones, pressure, steps up, choking it to the end zone, and the pass is picked. Intercepted. The Falcons defense makes the stop. And now here comes number 17. He has room and still going and finally knocked out of bounds here at the 25-yard line. So the Falcons defense with a big stop there on 4th down and 4. An end zone interception. And for the first time, we'll see the Falcons offense come out. When we come back, you're watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. So big end zone interception on a 4th down and 4. Got Bass picked up by number 17, who we really don't have a name for anybody on our roster because Falcons wearing New Jerseys or Connecticut State Wildcat jerseys. But we can't tell you who's in a quarterback for the Falcons. That is two-time ECFL MVP, David Donahue. And he's in the shotgun on first down. He'll hand off here and immediately tripped up there on the carry. The running back, couldn't see who the running back, number 22, was on the carry, and he was immediately tripped up. And that places the ball at about the 25-yard line, so that's where the Falcons will. That's where they put the Falcons after the interception. Once again, it was 4th down and 4. Jones threw into about double or triple coverage, so you could see if you look back on camera, not the best throw there by Jones. That pass was thrown into double coverage. Number 17 was easily able to come away with the interception. And on the first play, since 2023, the Falcons run it, and they get nothing. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here from the 25-yard line. And now we have a delayed game here going against the Falcons. So they'll back themselves up 5 more, and it'll be 2nd down and 15 coming up here for the Falcons. Again, took the 2024 season off after winning the 2023 IFA Championship game, Independent Football Association, which is now turned into Big East. Big East, of course, formed last year. It's a combination between the Tri-Borough Football League and the Independent Football Association. Big East football kicking off this weekend as well. 2 different locations. Donahue Rose up top, and he missed his running back by a mile there. Number 22 was the intended receiver, but he overthrew him by quite a big margin. So it'll be 3rd down coming up here for the Falcons, and we'll see, once again, if they can convert here. And David Donahue, as you see there, he's wearing number 6. He's listed at number 14 on the roster on the ECFL website. 2-time ECFL MVP, 3-time Offensive Player of the Year. He's actually going for his 50th career win here tonight, folks. He's 49-19 as a starting quarterback. Played with the Blackhawks and also won a championship in the summer of 2022 with the Northeast Bulls. I believe that team played out of Hartford. Plays out of Hartford. They're still around. Down here at the Falcons. Talk more about the former quarterback of the Falcons in a moment. 3rd down and 15. And we're going to get a false start. Yes, we are. We're going to get a false start here against the Falcons. Looked like only one of the Cardinal defensive linemen jumped off sides, but they're going to say that was on the Falcons there. That's why they blew the play dead. 3rd down in a minivan. You're going to hear a lot of that, folks. So if you're subscribed to the YouTube page, thank you very much for subscribing. You're going to see you're going to hear a lot of puns here as I call these games this spring and into the summer season as well. 3rd down in a minivan. It's 3rd and 20, folks. Ball's way back at the 15. And Donahue's going to just hand off here on 3rd and long. A big hold up the middle. What a run here by this running back. Looks like a number 23. Number 22, actually, excuse me, on the carry. And that ball down to about the 30-yard line. And they're going to say it is going to be 4th down, but that's a nice run there by the running back. It's going to be just short of a 1st down. It'll be 4th down coming up here, and the Falcons, are going to go for it now themselves. Of course, I don't think they're going to throw an end zone interception like the Cardinals did on their first drive. Still got about 70 yards to go to get to the end zone. What are they going to go for here? 4th down and short after the big run there by number 22. Very windy night here in New Britain, so we do apologize to hear the wind. 4th and short. Donahue rolling out, throws off his back foot, pass caught. And that's a 1st down for the Falcons. Number 9 with the catch down to the 43. And on 4th and short, they got about 13 yards on that one. So they got enough for an extra 1st down. If they had a 1st down there, that would have another 1st down. So no matter how they spread it, it was going to be a 1st down for the Falcons, and they're moving fast here on this first drive. Start this one off. Cardinals promising first drive. They had a nice couple runs after a PI was called against number 7, one of the defensive backs for the Falcons. And on a 4th and 4, Jordan Jones, the end zone interception, gets the Falcons the ball back, and now they can run off 4th and short. Ball now at the 40, about the 43-yard line. Donahue's going to hand off here. Number 22 taking the carry again, bringing off one tackle, still going, and there he goes! Into Cardinal territory, and finally about down about the 38-yard line. And number 22, another big run there. Can only imagine if he made that catch, he was able to make the catch that on the pass by Donahue earlier in the drive, what he might have been able to do on that one, because he's done well here on the last couple plays. That's a big run there. It's another 1st down for the Falcons, and they're keeping this drive alive. And now they're inside Cardinal territory. Ball's officially at the 40-yard line. What about a 17 run there by number 22? And he hands off again. Here's number 22 again, just trying to break away. He's able to for a moment, and then lose the football. They're going to say he was down. Or maybe they didn't. Maybe they just say it was a fumble recovered by the Falcons. And number 5 making the recovery for the Falcons. You see the referee stand there about the 30-yard line. That's where the ball popped out, and that's where it was recovered by the Falcons. So looks like it might have actually been a fumble. So it will be, let's see, the marker story's 1st down. It's just the bottom screen. Now they're going to put the ball back at the 45. So a false start somewhere. I didn't see a penalty thrown, but they put the ball back at the 45-yard line. And you see the referee winding his arm. You know what that means, folks. Run the clock. Still scoreless here between the Connecticut Falcons and the East Coast Cardinals, not the Arizona Cardinals and the Atlanta Falcons, folks. Oh, looks like we had a false start somewhere. I missed it, I guess. Ball's at the 45-yard line. And Donahue, pitch out here, number 5, who recovered the fumble on the last play, and he is twisted around. And another number 5 for the Cardinals is making the tackle. Got about maybe 2 yards on that one. And now it's going to say 2nd down. So that was a false start there. It was 1st and 15 to carry there. Only got 1. It'll be 2nd down and 14 coming up. So once again, folks, if you're just watching this broadcast right now, where have you been? First of all, I want to thank you for joining us here. We are here at the New Britain Police Athletic League. I usually call it PAL Field because that's what it says, PAL Field. New Britain, Connecticut, about 15 minutes outside of Hartford. We're scoreless here in the first quarter between these two teams. Falcons returning for the first time since the 2023 Independent Football Association Championship game. East Coast Cardinals have won both the ECFL Spring Championships, looking to make it a three-peat here in 2025. So 2nd and 14, Donahue. Throws short, pass caught, number 5 with the catch, and he is brought down at the original line scrimmage. So he actually lost the yard on the catch. So now it's going to be 3rd down and 15 coming up here for the Falcons. And they had a long run the last time they had a long 3rd down. They had 3rd and 20 earlier on the drive. And they were able to get a big run to set up a 4th down and short and see what they can do here. So Donahue's going to throw the football here on 3rd down. It's going to be 3rd down and 15 once again, folks. Or actually maybe 3rd down and 14. Ball's at about the 44.5-yard line here. Scoreless game between the Falcons and Cardinals. Watching a presentation of the ECFL or East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen R. Wind has calmed down for a little bit for right now. So we weren't expecting to get rain, but couple other people saying it's supposed to rain during this game at some point, so we'll see if that actually happens. For now, we have 3rd down and 15. About the 45-yard line. Donahue steps up. Throw to the sideline, and the pass is caught at the 28-yard line. And they're going to say, yes, it is a catch. And on 3rd down and 15, a 17-yard gain. Number 9, another big catch for him. And now we have a whistle here by the back judge. That's another big 3rd down conversion for the Falcons. 3rd down and 15, they got 17 yards. And just like that, folks, look, they've reached the end of the first quarter. So the biggest play thus far, an end zone interception throw by Jordan Jones, number 17. Falcons have 2 long 3rd down conversions. They're looking to score the first point of the game when we come back for the second quarter. You're watching the ECFL right here on YouTube. Start of the second quarter, everybody. We're scoreless between the Connecticut Falcons and the East Coast Cardinals. We're watching a presentation. Sorry about my glove, folks. Watching a presentation of the ECFL right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Earl. We're here at the PAL field in New Britain, Connecticut. And on 1st down, a handoff here, number 22 has had a lot of nice runs. Again, the Falcons just converted a 3rd down and 15. Got 17 yards. A pass from Donahue to number 9. That's the second long 3rd down conversion. Well, it was another long play there on 3rd down. The first one was a run by number 22 that set up a 4th down and short. This one, a 3rd and 15, a 17-yard pass. Get the Falcons a fresh set of downs, and now the run there. By number 22. Again, the Falcons are wearing Connecticut State Wildcat jerseys, so everybody has different numbers than they're supposed to have that are listed on the ECFL website. Hopefully by the next time we see the Falcons on April 19th, when they take on the New England Bulldogs right here at PAL Field, we'll have everything right. 2nd down. Donahue, handoff here, number 22. No, number 17. And he tried to cut to the outside. And he is wrapped up by number 7 there for the Cardinals. And if I'm not mistaken, folks, that is former NFL All-Star Keelan McDonald coming up with that tackle. McDonald had an interception in the 2023 NFL All-Star game, which was played at, I forget the name of the high school. Wayland High School, Wayland, Massachusetts. I do apologize, folks. McDonald spends his time here with the East Coast Cardinals. He has won both championships as well. And a name we have not heard from yet. Of course, this has been a long drive for the Falcons. But number 12, I do know that one. That is George Smith, folks. More on him in a little bit, because he is a stud. For now, we have I believe we have 3rd down. We can't see the marker. 3rd down. Donahue. Pressure throws over the middle. Wide open, number 9 to catch. And still going down to about the 10-yard line. Number 9 coming to clutch on 2 3rd downs, giving his team a fresh set of downs. And now the Falcons have the ball deep in the East Coast territory. And they will officially put it at the 10-yard line. So it will be 1st down and goal for the Falcons, looking to score the first points of the game here in the second quarter. And that is the second long 3rd down conversion here for the Falcons on this drive alone. So they're really starting this game off real hot. If the defense gets them the ball, the offense, well, it's been a long drive. They are doing their job. That's for sure. And now they have a 1st and goal. Ball is at the 10-yard line. So they pretty much got to get to the end zone. Cannot get a 1st down anymore on this drive. 1st and goal from the 10. The rain's starting to drizzle a little bit here. Now he hands off to number 22. So Cronberg tackles and gets into about the 7-yard line. Oh, let's see. We'll show you here, folks. Right, there. See that? That's rain, folks. Rain started to come in here. PAL field here in New Britain, Connecticut. Hopefully it doesn't obscure your view. So we bring you this presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. 2nd and goal here coming up. Ball is officially, yes, again, at the 7-yard line. So another run there by number 22. Gain of just 3. So 2nd and goal here from the 7-yard line. And they're going to call a false start as number 22 gets into the end zone for the touchdown. But they're going to call this one's coming back. Wind picking up a little bit here, as well as the rain. Should be a false start here against the Falcons. That's why the blue play dead. Again, talked about that already, folks. And there it is, a false start. You might hear the PA announcer. They're going to roll the on the clock that we don't have. The referees are, I'm sure, controlling the time, as they did inform us earlier, just a few minutes ago. And we have reached the end of the first quarter. Everybody got to switch sides. A little entertaining first quarter. Yeah, those long third down conversions. In the end, it's an interception on the East Coast Cardinals' first offensive drive. Now we have a second down and goal. Ball back inside the 15. It looks like about the 12-yard line. Donahue chucking it to the end zone. The pass is overthrown. Led his man too deep, and it's going to be third and goal here for the Falcons. So the Cardinals defense now looking to make a big stop here, as the Falcons defense did on the Cardinals' first drive. We're here in the second quarter, folks. We have no running clock, so I can't tell you how much time is left. So stay tuned to the rest of the broadcast. I mean, you're gonna have a good time anyway. Wind picking up here. Rain coming down. Not too bad though. We've had worse. Well, I've had worse rain games than this. I'll stick here with you. We got third down and goal. Ball is at about the, looks like about the 12 or 13 yard line. False start penalty on second down. Number 5 going in motion. Donahue. Pressure, and down he goes. Cardinal defense making a big stop there. And it's going to be fourth and goal. Now we'll see what the Falcons look to do here. Looks like they're bringing on some type of field goal unit here. It looks like Falcons want some points here. See number 15, that is Derek Lane, as we assume that is the guy that is listed on the ECFL roster. Of course, we told you folks that the Falcons are wearing Connecticut State Wildcats jerseys today. Interesting decision there by Ivan Munoz. And now let's see. I don't see Donahue out there, so I don't believe they're going for it here. And they're going to kick a field goal. And they're going against the wind. So this is and now flag. Let's say this is a risky decision here. Now timeout by the Falcons. We'll take them with them. Right back. You're watching the ECFL right here on YouTube. The risky decision here. Here's a field goal attempt by the Falcons, and that one's going to be well short.
No good.
So after the end zone interception, Falcons offense had some nice plays going for them. Unfortunately, got nothing out of it. Missed field goal. It's scoreless here in the second. We'll be right back. I'll show you there, folks. The rain has subsided just like that. It's all gone. So the Cardinals coming out for their second offensive possession here after Falcons missed a field goal. It's probably driving there for the Falcons. They're just going to get anything done. Now Jones on first down, rolling out to his, looks like his left. And he is going to be wrapped up and brought down to about the 10-yard line. He was sacked on third and goal for the Falcons, and the Falcons defense telling the Cardinals, what you can do, I could do better, as number 2 is in there for the sack. Ball back at the 10-yard line now. It'll be second down and long here. I want to say second and 15, but I'm not exactly sure where the Cardinals started, and they're actually going to place the football now about the 13-yard line, so it's only a loss of maybe a couple. Put the ball about the 15-yard line to start the drive. We're scoreless here in the second quarter, folks. You're watching a presentation of the ECFL right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. We're here at the... No, I'm just going to call it the New Britain PAL field, folks. I'm sorry. I can't say the entire name because I'm not sure what it is. But I do know we are home of the Raiders. Second and long up to the sack. Jones throws short, pass caught. Plenty of room here for the receiver, breaking off a tackle, and he's going to be balled out of bounds about the 20-yard line. Can't see the numbers from how far... From up here, it looks like number 6 actually with the catch there. He was coming away with the... Oh, that's number 4. I do break.
Number 4, Christmas now down to Kansas.
Number 4 there with the catch. It's still going to be third down, though, here for the Cardinals. Once again,
Third down.
I'm going to get something done here. Neither team has scored a point yet thus far here in the second quarter. The third down here for the Cardinals. Ball is out about the 20-yard line. So about 3rd and 5 here for East Coast. Jones in the shotgun. And Jones pumps, throws, passes, dropped. 10 for number 5, and he can't make he was short of the first. Looks like he actually might have gotten a first down because that was 3rd and 5. He was going to get about, he's going to get to about the 20-yard line. So he was Had about 8 yards there, but the pass is incomplete at the last second at that. So the Cardinals will punt, I do believe. And they're going to go for a fourth down deep in their own territory. Ball is at about the 25-yard line. Or 20-yard line, excuse me. So that would have been, yes, again, it would have been a 3rd and 5 conversion of 8 yards if he was able to make that catch. And now, folks, look at this. It looks like the Cardinals, I don't know, bring a couple guys in here. I don't know if they're going to go. Are they going to punt? Are they going to go for it? What are they doing here? Let's see. Always a surprise in semi-pro. They got a punt, it looks like. They got a punter back deep. There you go. So the rain has subsided here in New Britain. The wind has not, and the ball's going into the end zone. He has to be careful, and he's going to throw it out. And they're going to say, let's see, what are they going to say? That's a safety. A muff punt leads to the first points of the game, and it goes to the Connecticut Falcons. They now lead it 2-0. So a lot of miscues happening in this right end zone here for the East Coast Cardinals. First, the end zone interception by Jordan Jones, and now the muff punt. The punter tried to throw it out, but at the last second, he stepped out of the end zone. So that's like one of those Dan Orlovsky plays from back in 2008. It's 2-0 Connecticut Falcons on top of the East Coast Cardinals, and we're going to stick with you here, folks, in the second quarter as the wind has subsided. So now it's a clear, crisp, I don't want to say cool night. It's not that cold out. It's a cool night here in New Britain. So we're going to actually go back where you see that beautiful NB right in the middle of the field there. New Britain, PAL field. Cardinals going to come out for a free punt here. So Falcons lead at 2-0 after that muff punt. Kicker tried to throw it out of the end zone, but Dan Orlovsky stepped out before he could make the throw. The Falcons now with the chance here to extend on their lead. It's only a 2-point lead, but it's a lead nonetheless. And I assume we're somewhere near halftime, if not in this latter half of the second quarter at that. There you go. See the ball on the tee. They're going to go right for this free kick. $2-0 Cardinals here in the, 2-0 Falcons here in the second. And it's off. Nice kick there. And this one's going to land at about the 35-yard line. Number 5 going to take it here. Going to try and cut it to the outside. Breaking off one tackle. Breaking off another. And he's brought down in the from behind at about the 42-yard line. So if that's a touchdown, look at it, but a touchdown saving tackle. Well, he was cutting it to the outside. And he had room here on the right sideline. Falcons offense coming back out with a 2-0 lead. Last time on their first drive, they missed a field goal after a promising drive. They had converted a couple third and fourth down conversions. And now, once again, 2-time ECFL MVP, 2022 Summer Champion, 3-time Offensive Player of the Year. David Donahue will lead the Falcons offense back out there. Again, folks, he's looking for the win number 50, so this would be a milestone win here for Donahue if his Falcons can come away with this one. Of course, it's only 2-0 now. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of football left to be played. And after the free kick, we'll start at the 42-yard line. Donahue's going to hand off here on first down. Looks like number 22 on the carry there. And there's another one. Yeah, he's doing a great job running the football here in this one. Running to this Cardinal defense like a hot knife through butter. Kind of like what the Cardinals did on that first drive. They had a couple nice runs there. And it looked like a promising drive was coming up. And then on 4th and goal, Jones threw the end zone interception. And that ended that. Falcons got the ball back. They took the ball down the field. They missed a field goal. And now the Cardinals' last offensive drive, as you saw, folks, the muff punt. Punter tried to throw it out of the end zone, but he already had stepped out of bounds prior to throwing the ball away. And the refs ruled it a safety. So it is 2-0 Falcons on top of the Cardinals here in the second. We're here at the New Britain PAL fields here in New Britain. About 15 minutes outside of Hartford. Donahue in a shotgun here on second down. And he's going to hand off here once again. Number 22 taking a carry here. Finding Holt the middle. There he goes. And he finally brought down. Looked like he might have tripped over his own feet there at about the 42-yard line. But once again, the Falcons are in Cardinal territory. And it looked like he kind of just fell back. If he hadn't fallen back, it looked like he might have been on his way to 6. That was pretty close there. Pretty close to breaking away from that one. Could blame the turf monster, could blame his own legs. I don't know. But it looked like, you saw that there, he looked like he definitely fell backwards. Whether it be on his own behalf or otherwise. Nonetheless, it's another first down here for the Falcons. Ball is at the Cardinal 43. Donahue handoff here to number 17 with the carry. He's breaking away, and he gets inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. That's a 16-yard gain. That's another first down for the Falcons. And once again, that run game showing strong here. Of course, we do have a nice couple great big pass play. I'm trying to find words here, folks. We do have a couple big pass plays here from Donahue, but the run game really leading the Falcons' way here. Question is, could it lead to the first touchdown of this game? Stay tuned to find out. So to play this football, ball is officially at the end of the 27-yard line. The 28-yard line, excuse me. Actually, they're going to place the ball 28-yard line. And once again, it's a first down for the Falcons, who have a 2-0 lead here in the second. We're going to stand on our lead before halftime. And just like David, Donahue. And now we have something going on here, some type of confusion. And Falcons will call timeout. So we'll be right back. You're watching the ECFL right here on YouTube. Speaking of Connecticut State University and the Wildcats, that's their owner and head coach, Devine Jackson. Coaching the Falcons here tonight. And most likely probably for the rest of the season. Now we get back to the action here, folks. As you do notice, we did dim the lights. I'm going to get you the best possible view we can here. It's going to be first down for the Falcons. They had the ball again at the 20-yard line. A little confusing there. That's the way they called their second timeout. And Donahue's going to hand off to number 17, who had the last run, and he is going to be wrapped up about the 30-yard line. So a loss maybe of a couple. Ball pops out, but that whistle blew way before that. So the play was blown dead way before the ball popped out. Look like we lost him a couple. It'll be second down at about 12 here for the Falcons. Once again, folks, if you're watching this rebroadcast, we do thank you. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'm Stephen Ur, STEPHENUR. Covering, well, calling games for both the ECFL and Big East football all spring long. And then starting in July, we'll bring you the League of All Leagues Alliance. A lot of brand new teams coming to that league in 2025. When picking up here, as you might be hearing it through the microphone here. If not, well, I'm good. We're not trying to get to the wind anyway. Second down here. Ball back at the 30. Donahue fakes, chucking it off his back foot, and the pass. Looks like it is going to be no signal yet, actually. Looks like it's incomplete. And they're going to rule it an incomplete pass. Looked like the receiver was just outside of the white lines there. He kind of over the catch, he just couldn't stay in bounds. And that was not the best throw by Donahue, but it wasn't really a bad one either. It was, especially the way he was on his back foot throwing that one up. Looked like he was praying for a miracle of some sorts, but he was able to get that one away. And just missed the receiver. Let him a little bit out of bounds. So third down here. Donahue. Once again throws. Pass is caught. They're going to say it's a catch. It's still short of the first down. It's going to be fourth down at about 2 here at the 22-yard line.
Pass is complete, brings up a fourth down.
So it's going to be fourth down here for the Falcons, excuse me, and they're going to go for it. Should be fourth down about 2 here. Here we go, fourth down and 2. Falcons looking to extend on their 2-0 lead here in the second. Donahue all alone in the shotgun. Pressure, it immediately flags down. Pass is up, and it is Incomplete.
Pass is complete.
Receiver was way out of bounds, but there were 2 flags thrown before the snap. Well, let's check the marker here. I'm not sure what this is going to be. It looks like the Falcons are pointing toward the Cardinals. It's number 14 pointing that way. And that could have been a free play for the Falcons. That could have been an automatic first here. The penalty is against them. Might have been an offside against East Coast. And that's exactly what it looks like to be. It's a first down for the Falcons off a penalty. So on 4th down and 2, a 5-yard penalty to give the Falcons a fresh set of downs. And again, they have a chance here to extend on their 2-0 lead. So that's a big penalty there for the Cardinals, who were looking to make a stop. They haven't done this. They haven't done so yet. The only stop they really made was the missed field goal by the Falcons on their last drive, and now they give up a fresh set of downs. A 5-yard penalty on 4th down and 2. And the Falcons, once again, have a fresh set of downs. They have 2 running backs here in the backfield. One fullback running back, number 22, is in there. Donahue again in the shotgun. What about the 15-yard line? First down for the Cardinals. Falcons, excuse me. Low snap, Donahue, and they're going to blow this one dead. They're going to call a false start against the Falcons. And that was actually lucky for the Falcons because Donahue, snap was low there, and he almost lost it. And he had pressure coming from the left side. There was a good chance the Cardinal defense was going to make a big stop on that first down play. The penalty hadn't been thrown. Why'd they throw a penalty? So it's 1st and 15 now for the Falcons. Once again, it's 2-0 Falcons. We're here in the second quarter. We have no running clock. The refs are controlling the clock, so we'll let you know when we get to the 2-minute warning and all that stuff. You are watching a presentation of the ECFL right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. Wind picking up here around us here in New Britain, Connecticut, about 15 minutes outside of Hartford. And they're going to hit off here, number 22, and he's going to be brought down at about the 20. A short gain there on first down to be second down here about maybe second down to 15 here.
Number 22, Hilton on the carry. Brings up a 2nd down.
Miscues by the East Coast Cardinals. They had an end zone interception on their first drive, and then as they were looking to go punt was muffed. The punter ran back into the end zone, tried to throw it, but was out of bounds before he could do it. And so that's a safety, and that's where we stand right now, folks. 2-0. And, of course, you have the missed field goal for the Falcons. That's the only miscue for them here in this game thus far. 2nd down. Donahue. Plenty of time. Now he's going to roll it to his left, and he's going to take off. And he will get to about the 13, 14-yard line. And that's another thing about David Donahue. We talk about he's a 2-time MVP, 3-time Offensive Player of the Year, all that, so on and so forth. They also put, if you go to the East Coast Football League Facebook page, they did a player spotlight on David Donahue. And they mentioned that he was a versatile quarterback, and that's the first time we're seeing him run the football here tonight. Got a gain about 7 there, so it'll be 3rd down here. It'll be 3rd down about 8, because they did have the full start penalty on first down. So it'll be 3rd down at about 8 here for the Falcons. Again, they have a 2-0 lead. They're going to expand on that. So we're getting close to halftime here, folks. Okay, wind picking up. Rain has subsided. Didn't last more than about a half a minute. The wind coming and going here in New Britain. 3rd down and 8. Donahue. Pressure. Steps up. And he is going down. Whistles blow before he gets officially brought down. But that's going to go down as a sack for the Cardinal defense. The second one of the night. So 4th down, let's see what they decide to do here. Will they try another field goal or will they go for it? It looks like they're going to go for it. Offense staying out there. Donahue talking to Jackson there. What this next play is going to be. It's going to be 4th down here. And the Falcons call their last timeout. 4th down when we come back. You're watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. So it's 4th down. Here for the Falcons, looking to stand on their 2-0 lead. They just called it a last timeout. 4th down. Donahue steps up, throws to the end zone, and he overthrows everybody. Cardinals defense makes a stop. Whistles were blown. I don't see any penalties on the field. And so, Cardinals defense makes a stop here on 4th down. Their offense will come back out after this pause right here on YouTube. So we were just informed, folks, that we have 4 seconds left here in the first half. It's 2-0. That's probably going to be the final, or the halftime score. So if the Cardinals can do something here, or they're just going to maybe take a knee. No, they're not going to take a knee. Jones is in the shotgun here. 4 seconds left in the half. First down after the defense forced the 4th down. Stop. And Jones fakes, throws, short, pass incomplete.
Pass is incomplete, and that is the half.
Now it's the end of the first half, folks. The Connecticut Falcons lead the East Coast Cardinals 2-0. We'll be right back for the second half. You're watching ECFL right here on YouTube. Start of the second half, everybody. The Connecticut Falcons lead the East Coast Cardinals 2-0, and we start the second half as we started the first half with a whistle on the kickoff here. And again, we start a new quarter with my glove getting in the way. We do apologize, folks. So once again, the Connecticut Falcons lead the East Coast Cardinals 2-0. So start the second half. You're watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. And the story there, first half, folks, as we talked about already, miscues. On a 4th and goal, Jordan Jones throwing an end zone interception, leading to a Falcons missed field goal on their first offensive drive, and on the second offensive drive for the Cardinals, a muff punt leads to a safety. And that's where we stand right now. Both teams have done very well, though, in the run game, and David Donahue is showing us why he's the 2-time MVP. A couple big third down conversions, a couple fourth down conversions as well, and now the ball will fall off the tee. It's like I said, folks, the wind is picking up here in New Britain. We are here at the New Britain PAL field in New Britain, Connecticut, about 15 minutes outside of Hartford, approximately 12 miles from the bus station. Our number 6 will hold here. The ball falling off the tee, and another whistle. So the second half, a bunch of whistles, a lot of miscues, a lot of this, a lot of that. So eventually the Falcons will come back out here. We're going to extend on what is a 2-0 lead. Now everybody moving to the other side of the field here. The refs getting together to discuss something. I'm not sure what. Apologize for that very shaky camera. And there goes the refs. The referee's half flying off here. Wind picking up. Heavy as it's been all night. And again, I'm not sure what's going on here. Wind getting heavier and heavier here as the night progresses on here. And now we're switching positions here. Cardinals going to kick here from the right side of the field as opposed to the left. Falcons are going to return from the left side. So they're kicking not against the wind. I don't know the other word, what the other word would be. The antonym, I can tell you that. Look for the antonym of going against the wind. With the wind, I believe is the word. That's the word. There we go. Going with the wind. Here starts the second half once again, folks. You're watching a presentation of ECFL right here on YouTube. And if you come this far, I do apologize. Not expecting this. Now they're going to try the second half kickoff once again. Falcons with a 2-0 lead. Start this one off. Now here we go. Now we're on the way in the second. And this one's going to be taken about the 25-yard line. Look at number 7 to come in inside, come back to the outside, one man to beat, and a foul. Ball of the football. Ball's on the ground. The Cardinals have recovered. He tripped it about the 40-yard line. The ball popped out. Flags are down. Everyone's saying they have the ball. Now the refs trying to get together to discuss. So this is a long start to this second half. We're at 4 minutes here, this third quarter. From up here, it looked like the Cardinals did recover. Everybody's still trying to figure it out. And we do have a flag down too, so we got a lot going on right now. We got whistles, we got flags, we got fumbles. It's like Christmas in March. A lot going on out here. And the wind once again picking up here in New Britain. Had a little rain in about like less than a minute or something like that. Everybody's separating here. I'm not exactly sure what the call is. And once we know, we'll let you know. We're about to figure it out here in a moment, I'm sure. Falcons got guys out here on the field.
Hey, yo, everybody back up right now.
And we're going to re-kick. So we're 5 minutes into the third quarter, folks. We're re-kicking. We have personal fouls against both teams. So despite the fumble about the 40-yard line, Cardinals look like they clearly recovered it. We're going to do it all over again. We're 5.5 minutes into this quarter. But folks, if you're... you might want to just fast forward at this point because we're not sure exactly when we're actually going to get a play here in this third quarter. It's going to be a while. Could be a while. Stay tuned. Go get yourself a snack. I'll let you. You'll be hear my voice. You're on speaker or whatever the case is. Ball is going to be kicked at about the 35-yard line. Once again, the Cardinals are not going with the wind, I guess, as opposed to going against it. And that's like what happened there with the Falcons. You know, number 7 trips about the 40-yard line. Ball popped out of his arms. That might have been the wind as well. Mother Nature, folks. Mother Nature. All right, let's try this again, shall we? We're 6 minutes into this third quarter. And we have yet to have a play. Let's try it again. Ball bobbled at the 35. Looks like number 6 here. Another 2 more flags. And once again, now he's out of bounds inside the 45. And a third flag coming out here. Hey, there must be laundry day here in the ECFL. And hopefully we're not going to re-kick, because if we are, we might just have to scrap this start of the third quarter here and come back when we're ready, folks. You might never see this. 3 flags are down on the field. 4 flags are down on the field. Oh my goodness gracious, it is laundry day here in Britain. So we are at 7 minutes here in this third quarter. And guess what, folks? We're going to re-kick. This is the 4th try, folks, in case you're counting at home. It's still 2-0 Falcons. The only points coming off a muff punt. Punter ran into the end zone. Tried to throw it out of bounds before going out of the end zone. But he was out of the end zone before he threw the ball. So that's where we stand. 4th attempt at the second half kickoff. And I thought the first half was bad. And we start the game with the whistle. You know, we just had re-kick and everything was good. Went on with our night. Here, I mean, good God almighty. That's all I could say about that at this point. This is the 4th time we're re-kicking here to start the second half. We have 8 minutes. We're 8 minutes into this third quarter, folks. And now an onside kick. I don't believe the ball went 10 yards. It did not. And it went about maybe 7 or 8. And the question is, are we going for magic number 5? Are we going to try this a 5th time? I mean, I don't know, folks. Honestly, I have no idea. And now another discussion here with the referees. And I do believe we are finally ready, folks. So 9 minutes after the first kickoff. Welcome in, everybody. Start of the second half. The Connecticut Falcons lead the East Coast Cardinals 2-0. You're watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. That was fun, wasn't it? Let's get started here. So start of the second half. Falcons looking to extend on a lead. First game for the Falcons since 2023. They took the 2024 season off. David Donahue, two-time ECFL MVP under shotgun. Ball is at the East Coast Cardinal 45. Low snap and a handoff here to 17, breaking off a tackle. Cardinals show blitz, and there goes 17, still going, breaking off more tackles. Inside the 30, about the 28. That's a 17-yard run there by number 17. That's a first down for the Falcons, and as I talked about it before, folks, run game has been strong for both sides here in this game. Unfortunately, he hasn't gotten the other team into the end zone yet, at least on offense. And the only points coming off special teams. So we'll see if the Falcons, with this run game that they've had here tonight, can actually get into the end zone here, maybe on this drive. See what happens here. For now, it's first down. Ball is at the 28-yard line, so again, 17 minutes 17. We've scrapped rosters, folks. We're just giving you numbers here. On your handoff here again, number 17, cut to the outside, breaking off a couple more tackles there. And inside the 20 at about the 19-yard line. So a gain of 8 there on first down. Be second and 2 coming up. So we talked about it already, folks. East Coast Cardinals are back-to-back ECFL Spring Champions. They defeated the Seacoast Warhawks, at the Pavilion in Lawrence, Massachusetts in 2023, the inaugural ECFL Spring season. That was the year they took teams from the Independent Football Association, including the Cardinals, the Warhawks, Boston Chargers, to name a few. And last year, they defeated the first-year New England Golden Lions in the second ECFL Spring Championship game. So they're looking to three-peat here in 2025. Some of the Chiefs weren't able to. Of course, they lost the Super Bowl 40-22 to the Philadelphia Eagles. Low snap, Donahue going to hand off here, number 22. He's had a nice game here. Breaking off tackles, spinning away down to the 10-yard line. So the dynamic duo, I'll call it here, is early on to start the season. Of course, this is the Falcons' first game. And that run game looking pretty solid here in this first go-around. And now the Falcons, let's see where they place the football. It should be about the 10-yard line. Let's see where it is officially. It's officially at about the 11-yard line. So it'll be first down and 10 at the 11-yard line. So they can get a first down without getting a touchdown. Let's see what they do here. 2-0 Falcons. And the Cardinals call a timeout. Defense will talk it over. We'll step aside. You're watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. Once again, folks, turn down the brightness a little bit so you get a better view of the field. First down and 10 at the 11-yard line, and they're going to get we got 3 flags out here. There's going to call a false start here against the Falcons. I can apologize for the glove, folks. Got to adjust it when I'm pausing the video. Got to take my thumb part out, and it's a little tough holding the camera and trying to adjust gloves so I can keep warm here on a windy night here in New Britain. And again, folks, we do apologize for that 9-minute long second half kickoff. They kick off 4 times, eventually leading to an onside kick caught by the Falcons. And now they're driving down the field here, and ball now at the 16-yard, will be first and 15. And they can't get a first down without getting a touchdown. Donahue going to hand off here on first down, and it's number 22. And he gets to about the 18-yard line, so he loses a couple more yards there. Be second down and 17 now. Once again, the last time the Falcons were this deep into East Coast territory, they missed a field goal. That was after the end zone interception on the Cardinals' first drive, on fourth down. Very long third quarter. 2-0 Falcons looking to extend their lead. Again, the folks, they only scored the game. A muff punt by the Cardinals on their second drive led to the punter running into his own end zone and trying to get rid of the ball before he went out, but a little too late. And so the refs awarded Falcons 2 points, and that's where we stand right now here in the third. The second has 17 coming up here after the run there. A loss of 2 on the carry by number 22. Might be his first loss all night long. Donahue chucking it to the end zone, and the pass is knocked away. Great play there, number 19, getting his arm in there at the last second, knocking that one away. Otherwise, that's a touchdown. And the Falcons are going up by 2 scores, potentially. Instead, it's an incomplete pass. Bring up third down at 17 now. Now again, this is a great defensive play there by number 19, getting his arm in there at the last second to knock that one away. And the third down and 17 ball is at the 19-yard line, so they can get to about the 2-yard line here. They don't need to get a touchdown, they get a first down at the 2. Third down at 17. Donahue throws to the end zone, and the pass is overthrown. Incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. Gonna bring up a fourth down.
Fourth down and 17 coming up, and let's see, the Falcons try to go for it here, or they try to kick a field goal to extend their lead to 5. I think I heard somebody say field goal here on the Falcon bench, but let's see. And there you go. Now we're hearing field goal, so Falcons, once again, will try another field goal here. Try to make it a 5-0 game. It's 2-0 Falcons right now. And again, that big play by number 19 on second and goal, or second and 17, excuse me. Saved the touchdown, and that's a big play for the East Coast defense. So let's see if the Falcons can put on some extra points. No pun intended. Now we're going to extra guy here, number 5, coming on here for the field goal. And the kick is blocked. It's blocked. The Cardinals special team now making a play. So miscues continue for both sides here. A blocked field goal, excuse me. And the Cardinals still down just 2-0. Their offense coming back out. And we come back. You're watching the presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. Another huge play here for the special teams here for both sides. Our special teams gave the Falcons the only points we have thus far. It's 2-0. But now at a field goal, trying to make it 5-0, the Cardinals block it. Offense back out here, down 2. And a handoff on first down. Big hole at the middle for number 17. Breaking away. There he goes. Inside the 35. Down to the 39-yard line. Biggest run of the night there for the Cardinals thus far, and it's first down. And that might be the play they need to get something going here on offense.
Number 17 calling on the carry.
Ball at the 39-yard line. First down, East Coast. Down 2-0. Again, Cardinals special team making a big play. They're blocking a field goal. That's 2 missed field goals for the Falcons. I've lost count of how many miscues we had between both these teams. All right, midway through the third quarter, if my clock is correct, folks. We had a 9-minute delay. Kicking off 4 times throughout the second half. We're now at the 17:47-minute mark here in the broadcast in this third quarter. Jones going to hand off to number 17. He's going to take it again. He had the big run just moments ago, and this time he'll be wrapped up. He gets inside the 40 to about the 42-yard line. So a gain of a couple there, about a gain of 3. So while the Cardinals, they're looking at the three-peat here, and obviously the Chiefs, we talked about it, aren't able to do it. Well, now the Cardinals are looking to avoid an 0-2 start here to start the season. It's a short, about 5-6 week season here for all these ECFL teams. First round playoffs begin May 17th, so not much room for error here for any of these teams. And in the eyes of the defending champs, you definitely want to go down 0-2 to start the season trying to three-peat. Jones throws screen here to number 6, and he's brought down in the backfield. Actually lost a couple yards there, so it'll be third down and long here coming up. So third down here, the ball at the 40-yard line.
Number 6, Vinny on the carry.
Not much offense here from the Cardinals at all here tonight. So on that first drive, they did get inside Falcon territory, but then, of course, they had the fourth down.
Brings up 3rd down.
End zone interception. Here's a fourth down here against, again, actually, Markery's 3rd down, so it's actually 3rd down. At the 40-yard line. So outside of that first drive for the Cardinals, not much offense. Had a different quarterback. Number 7 was quarterback last week in their game against the Warhawks. Now they have Jordan Jones in. And here's Jones on 3rd down, rolling out to his right. And Jones pumps. He's going to run. And he gets to about the 47-yard line. I'm not sure if that's enough for a first. And they're going to say 4th down and short. You see the 4th down here by the referee right there. I don't know if you missed. You might have seen it. You might have not seen it. Ivan Munoz. Apologize for the last name screw up. Gave the short signal. So it's going to be 4th and short here for the Cardinals. Down 2-0 here in the 3rd quarter. And you're watching a presentation of East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen Err. Thank you all for joining us. Of course, this game is being live streamed right now by TB860. Doing a great job. Unfortunately, due to the wind, his laptop did fall off his set there in the broadcast booth. So hopefully nothing too bad happened to his equipment. 4th down and short for the Cardinals. Looking to convert here, down 2-0. Jones hands off and pushing the pile. Looks like they are gonna. Crowd saying he's short. And still no signal from any official. Falcons are celebrating like they got the 4th down stop, but who really knows right now? I'm not too sure. And it looks like it's official that the Falcons got the stop there on 4th and short. Offensive struggles continue for East Coast. Stick with you right here, folks. Trying to wind down this 3rd quarter as we had the 9-minute delay here on the broadcast. They're kicking off 4 different times. Falcons offense back out there. Still up 2-0. 2 missed field goals. 1 blocked. And they'll start about the 48-yard line. We're gonna stick with you here, folks. Trying to wind down the rest of this. It's been a very long 3rd quarter. And technically, I don't believe it's actually been that long. We've just been filming here for the first 9 minutes. Nothing but kickoff. Audio in the shotgun. You got number 22 in the backfield. And a handoff here. Number 22 has a hole at the middle. He's going to cut to the outside, and he gets about the 45-yard line. So he got 3 yards on that carry. Once again, as I mentioned, we will be back here April 19th as Connecticut Falcons will host the New England Bulldogs out of Springfield. Added a few of their former players from last year, including, of course, one of their captains, Todd Barretto, who plays with the Glens Falls Green Jackets during the New England Football League summer season. Also had Antonio Colon Jr., who we saw, or if you watched the New England broadcast over again, folks, he had that 4-touchdown game with the Southern Vermont Storm against the Rhode Island Riptide. Of course, if you know the rest of the story, we won't talk about it on here. 2nd down, about 7. Donnie hands off here. Oh, what a play there. It looks like number 17 was the running back there. One of the defenders jumped on his back and tried to tackle him. He slipped off like the back was slippery soap. 3rd down coming up, though. Ball is at the 42-yard line. It'll be a 3rd down in about 3. This is not field goal range for the Falcons by any means. They were much closer when they attempted their first field goal, which came up just short. And, of course, they were about the same distance when they had the last one blocked. So, in any instance here, you want to get a little closer, maybe a little closer, try to field goal attempt. Otherwise, you're punting the football here. 3rd down and 3. That's a low snap. Donnie, who's going down. Number 5 with a sack there. Donnie, who had no chance. That snap hit the ground. He wasn't able to pick it up and do something with it. And the Falcons are going to punt here for the first time tonight. And we know what happened last time we saw a punt, folks. Got our first point of the game. That's a muff punt on the Cardinals end. Of course, I don't believe we'll see any of that unless it's like one of those punts. If you remember, folks, 2008, Texans playing the Chargers in San Diego. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Chargers playing San Diego. And a punt went over the punter's head of the Texans. And it ended up in the hands of Antonio Cromartie for a touchdown. Will we see that? We'll find out after this timeout. We'll be right back, folks. Watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. So now the offense is back out there for the Falcons here on 4th down. They're not going to punt it. They're going to go for it here. They have a 2-0 lead here in this third quarter. Ball is at the 48-yard line. And they're going to call, looks like a false start here against the Falcons. You saw Donahue go like, come on, man. There it is, false start. And now we're going to see the punt team. I don't believe that the Falcons will go for it here. It's 4th and longer. No, actually, I don't know, folks. Might be seeing the Falcons still try and go for it here on 4th down. Donahue's still out there. And that's exactly what we're going to see here. 4th down and long now. And another flag coming from the backfield. And it's a delay of game against the Falcons. So they keep backing themselves up here. And now they're going to punt. So now they make the smart decision here to punt the football away. It's 4th down in a minivan here, folks. And they were still bringing that offense out there. They had the ball at the Cardinal 48-yard line. They got a punt here from their own 42-yard line. That's 10 yards lost there on the last 2 plays. And so we're going to see a punt here. First of the game for the Falcons. And they're going to have a 2-0 lead here. Still here in this third quarter. First successful punt of the night here. And it's going to be taken at about the 23-yard line. Breaking away here. One on the sideline. Still going. Still breaking tackles. Finally about down at about the 47. Ball's out! Fumble the football! And the Falcons have recovered. A huge turnover by the Cardinals, and they give it right back to the Falcons with a 2-0 lead here in the third. We'll take a break. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. Falcons offense back out there. What a sequence of events for that, huh, folks? Backed themselves up 10 yards on back-to-back plays, and now they have the ball after the Cardinals fumble. First down, the handoff here to the big man. He gets to the 45-yard line, and that was number 2 there. So more miscues here for the Cardinals. They fumble the football away on the punt.
Number 2, Washington on the carry.
It'll be second down here at the 45. I'm not sure where they started with the football. That was a short game, I can tell you that much. It could just about 2 or 3 on that one. So we're still in the third quarter, folks. It's still 2-0. This highlight reel is going to be full of miscues. Blocked field goals, muff punts, fumbles. The interception to start the game. Stay tuned. And for number 2, he's going way back then. He's back in his own territory here. And huge block and a flag coming in. And that was a huge loss there. Wow, he lost about 7 yards on that carry just right there. And now a flag. And again, the glove, folks. Promise you the glove won't be here all season long. It's just windy here tonight, folks. You got to keep the gloves on and keep the hands warm. And that, folks, is how we end the third quarter. been a game of miscues. 2 points to show for it. The Falcons lead the Cardinals 2-0 after 3. We'll be right back for the fourth and final quarter right here on YouTube. The rain has returned as we start the fourth and final quarter. Start of the fourth and final quarter, everybody. The Connecticut Falcons still lead the East Coast Cardinals 2-0. Watching the presentation of the ECFL right here on YouTube. I'm Stephen R. Donahue chucking it down the field, and the pass is almost intercepted. And that was a huge play there. It would have been a huge play for the Cardinal defense. But instead, it'll bring up fourth down. It looked like it was number 17, yes. We play running back here alongside number 22 for the Falcons here tonight. He was wide open. Pass was underthrown by Donahue, and it was almost intercepted by the Cardinals. So a big break there for Donahue and the Falcon offense, who will go for here on fourth down, because that's what they've done all night. They had one punt here. 2-0, still your score. Light drizzle coming down here on New Britain, Connecticut, about 15 minutes outside of Hartford. Fourth down for the Falcons. Donahue. Throw up top, and the pass is incomplete. Right out of the hands of the receiver, and so the Cardinal defense makes another stop. Let's see if they have some fourth quarter magic, and then we'll be right back. You're watching the ECFL right here on YouTube. Cardinal defense making their second stop here tonight. 2-0 Falcons here in the fourth. And handoff here number 6. Number 4 in a quarterback, by the way, now for the Cardinals, trying to make a little spark. And this is what I talked about to start this broadcast, folks. I talked to the general manager of the East Coast Cardinals, Neil Lowe, obviously also the owner of Pick 6 Photography, about if the players had positions set and everything. And she said no. These guys still have to earn their spot, trying to see where they fit, so on and so forth. And it looks like Jordan Jones, night at quarterback, has done it before, is now in at quarterback for the Cardinals, trying to spark some fourth quarter magic here. And it's second down here. Rose pass. Oh, that was almost intercepted. Both guys jockeying for possession there. And that was a nice break up there by the defensive back for the Falcons. And should bring up third down here. Marker reads first. You see right there, bottom right of your screen. Should be third down. That pass was incomplete on second down. There we go. In rest we trust. So again, a big third down here for both sides. Cardinals looking for some fourth quarter magic. But now 2-0 about the entire game here. And they're going to hand off here on third down, and it's going to be number 6, the big man, bringing guys with them. Gets to the 35. Let's see if that's going to be enough. It is going to be enough for a first down for the Cardinals. That's a big third down conversion. Rain coming down a little harder, as you see right there. I'll say right here, folks. See that rain coming down a little harder now. Wind picking up as well. Headed to the end of this one. Let's see if we have an exciting finish here. It's been 2-0 this whole time. Neither team's gone into the end zone. Let's see what happens here in this fourth quarter. And number 4 in a quarterback here for the Cardinals. Jordan Jones. His night looks like it to be done. So first down. And before he's going to take it himself. Going down the sideline. Cutting inside and fumble the football, and the Falcons recover. Another turnover by the Cardinals, and this one coming in the fourth quarter. Cardinal offense coming back out with a 2-0 lead and the football. When we come back, you're watching the ECFL right here on YouTube. And that was a costly turnover by the Cardinal offense. Another miscue here by East Coast in all. Because they had the muff punt, they had the fumbled punt, and now that one. And the interception to start the game. The Falcons almost give it back there, though. Another little snap. Donahue gives it off on first down. Looks like number 22 taking the carry. So again, this highlight reel coming from this game will be a lot of miscues. A lot of turnovers here, folks. Muff punt, fumbled punt, blocked field goal, missed field goal. That fumble we just saw right there. Not much points here tonight. Once again, the East Coast Cardinals, two-time defending ECFL Spring Champions, are looking to avoid an 0-2 start here in 2025. Not looking good right now, folks. Falcons with the ball in a 2-0 lead here in the fourth quarter. Of course, there's still plenty of time left. Second down. He's going to hand off here. Another short gain there. Tackle by number 15 there for the Cardinals. So once again, folks, the second and final broadcast of the ECFL Spring Season on my end will be here April 19th. As the Falcons will welcome the New England Bulldogs, who have a lot of talent on their team. Of course, the Falcons brought a lot of talent on the team as well as they return. Oh, I didn't even mention this, folks. A couple missing pieces actually here for the Falcons are quarterback Larry Garcia, who led them to the championship game in back-to-back seasons in 2022 and 2023, losing in 22 to the Warhawks, and of course winning in 23 against the Patriots. And offensive coordinator Matt Tomczewski, excuse me. Both of them joined the New England Golden Lions. Donahue fakes. Plenty of time. Now chucking it down the sideline. I know, but he's there. And they're going to celebrate there on the East Coast Cardinals sideline. Obviously, the pass is complete. Third down coming up here as the rain has calmed down just a little bit. Not too bad. But it's another big third down here coming up here for the Falcon offense. Defense doing a great job, obviously making a lot of big plays. Offense not getting anything done. It's kind of like if you watched the Massachusetts Pirates game between the Jacksonville Sharks Friday night at the time of recording. Sharks jumped out to a big lead. They're up 13-0. They're up 32-7 at halftime. Pirates got a couple interceptions on defense, but then their offense pretty much laid an egg. Sharks win 46-25 to open up the 2025 Indoor Football League season. The Falcons are going to punt here. It's fourth down. They're going to punt. See, their defense is going to make another stop here against this Cardinal offense. They've done a great job of it thus far. Another good punt there, and this one's going to bounce, and it's going to roll all the way inside the 25, and they're going to blow it dead. You thought for a second there maybe the returner touched it near the 30-yard line, but they're going to say no, he did not. So, we ask again, do the Cardinals have fourth quarter magic in them? We're about to find out. Right back, you're watching a presentation of the East Coast Football League right here on YouTube. 2-0 Falcons. Cardinals getting the ball back here. See if they can come away with potentially a game-winning score. Again, number 4 in a quarterback for East Coast. Jordan Jones-Knight appears to be done under shotgun. In the shotgun, excuse me. Bobble snap here. DeForest's going to take it himself. Cut it to the outside. Last time he did that, he fumbled, and he's going to go out of bounds at the 30-yard line. Able to hold on to it this time, going out of bounds at the 30. And that should be... It's going to be short of the first down there. I'm going to run this clock. And 2-0. Getting the lone scored. A muff punt. Punter ran into the end zone, tried to throw it before he stepped out of the end zone, but too little too late. And the Falcons are the only points we have thus far. More for that, we might be headed to overtime, folks. Not many people want to be here with this weather the way it is right now. Rain coming down. Wind's got to be near 40 miles an hour. Now we have a whistle here. Yeah, you got the right tackle. Still not one. There he goes. Time out on the field. We'll take it with them right back right here on YouTube. Rain coming down a little harder here in New Britain. 2-0. Falcons lead the Cardinals. Cardinals have the ball. Number 4 is going to hand off number 17. He has a big hole down the sideline. There he goes. One man to beat. He's wrapped up near midfield. And that's a huge play for the Cardinals. Getting the ball near midfield, if not into Falcon territory. With time winding down here in the fourth, this could be the drive that gives the Cardinals their first win here in 2025. Looking to avoid an 0-2 start as they look to three-peat here in the ECFL. Falcons looking to mark their return after a year off with a victory here against those two-time defending champions. Ball officially at midfield, first down, East Coast. Two running backs to the backfield, number 17 to the right, number 4 who's in the shotgun. And he's going to take it himself. Could not break off the tackle. What a play there. But the Falcons defense, that's a loss of 5. Second and 15 coming up as the rain continues to come down here in showers. Pun intended there. Wind picking up as well. Not sure, again, we don't have a running clock here, folks, so we're not sure how much time is actually left here in this game, but we can be sure that we're coming to the end here. This could be the biggest drive of the game here for the Cardinals, excuse me. But actually, we could say it's for both teams. Cardinals looking to score and take away a win here from the Falcons. Falcons looking to send the defending champs to 0-2 to start 2025. For now, it's second and 15, and they're going to hand off number 17, who had the big run to get to midfield. And he is bumped at the 45-yard line, excuse me, of the Falcons. I'll chit and chatter. I'm not sure about what. That was a 5-yard run, or about 10-yard run there, actually. So it'll be third down and 5 here. Excuse me. We'll show you the marker right there to let you know it is third down and 5 here for the Cardinals. Again, this could be the final drive for them. Try to get something done here. Try to come away with a victory. Stay tuned to find out. That's why you never leave a broadcast, folks. You never know what you're going to miss. And we have an ejection here for the Falcons. One of the guys was ejected. I'm not sure who it was. I didn't see what happened. I heard a lot. Again, we heard the shit and chattering. But now the Cardinals have moved deep into Falcon territory. One of the Falcons has been ejected from this game. I'm not sure who. I didn't see anybody come out. But the ball is now at the Falcon 30-yard line. Hold on to your butts, folks. In the words of Samuel L. Jackson, here we go. And on first down here, number 17, bringing off the hole at the middle. And he is knocked down inside the 20, about the 18-yard line. That was a touchdown saving tackle there by the Falcons defense. Clock continuing to run here to get a first down, but time winding down here. If you're the Cardinals, you got to get them moving here. If you're the Falcons, you want to make a big stop, like you've done plenty of times here on this side of the field. That's where all the action's been. Put a receiver out in motion, behind your screen. It's another first down. Ball is at the 18. And they're going to hand off here. And breaking away down to about the 15-yard line. A gain of 3 there. Second down and 7 coming up. And clock continuing to run here in this fourth quarter. It's 2-0 Falcons. So even a field goal here for the Cardinals would put them on top here late in this game. Of course, they want to get to the end zone. They only got into the end zone twice in their loss week 1 against the Seacoast Warhawks. Of course, they had that 13-0 lead. They blew it. Game went in triple overtime. I don't believe we're going to have any... Well, don't think we're going to have any overtime here unless somehow the ball goes back to the Falcons and they fumble into the end zone. Right now, the Cardinals, looking to take the lead here by way of a touchdown. I don't think they want to settle for field goals here. Second down, ball about the 15. And they're going to hand off here. And that is a big play once again for the Falcon defense. Making a stop. Number 12 is wrapped up near the 25-yard line. That's a 9-yard loss. It's going to be third down in a minivan here. Now the Cardinals are in deep trouble here. Trying to get into the end zone. You got to take some shots in the end zone here if you're East Coast. If you're the Falcons, you got to watch that ball, obviously. Make sure you don't give up any deep plays. Don't give up a touchdown here at this point in the game. You haven't given up much of anything in this game thus far. Third down in a minivan for the Cardinals and a whistle. Timeout, East Coast. I'll think it over. We'll be right back right here on YouTube. Big third down here for the Cardinals out of the timeout. Down 2-0 here in the fourth quarter. Looking to steal this one and avoid an 0-2 start to the 2025 season. Third in the minivan. Pressure, chucking it, and the pass is incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
And we got fourth down, and this could be your ball game here, folks. Not sure if the Cardinals don't convert here, they end this game. See and find out here. It's going to be a big fourth down here for the Cardinals. Again, look at avoid an 0-2 start as they look for a third consecutive spring championship here in the ECFL. Falcons looking to kick off year number 6 with a victory. What a victory it would be here over these two-time defending champions, especially with all the miscues they've caused. The 2 fumbles, 1 on a punt. And now we're getting the word that it's actually 3 minutes and 32 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. So, despite what happens here, the Falcons will get the ball back. Whether it's a fourth down failure by the Cardinals or a turnover or whatever the case is. This fourth down and long here, I'm not exactly sure where the Cardinals even need to get to avoid losing the ball. 3.5 left the fourth quarter, as you heard. And the Cardinals take another timeout, so we'll be right back right here on YouTube. So here we go. Biggest play of the game. Fourth down in a minivan for the Cardinals, down 2-0. And a little miscommunication here by the Cardinals. They have already called 2 timeouts. They had just 1 left. Fourth down in the minivan. Here we go. Pressure. Throws. Pass is caught at the 19-yard line. And it's not going to be enough for a first down. Falcons taking over. We're going to stick here with you folks for the final couple minutes here. Cardinals have 1 timeout left. There's the glove again, folks. Again, frankly, it's getting a little too cold for me to be taking my thumb out just to pause. So we're going to hope that this final 3 minutes go by pretty fast. But we will see here. It's 2-0 Falcons. They have the ball at their own 17. And now I'm hearing 2:30. It might be still be 3:30. I'm not too sure. Cardinals again looking to avoid an 0-2 start here the 2025 season. Falcons get the ball at their own 17-yard line with a 2-0 lead. Another low snap. Donnie handing off here on first down. And a nice run here. It's going to be a first down and a little more out to about the 34-yard line. That's about a 17-yard run. There's number 17 again. Him and number 22 have been the dynamic duo when it comes to the run game here for the Falcons tonight. And that's a big first down. They got to run that clock. One thing I didn't notice, folks, I don't know if you noticed as well watching the first half, there was no 2-minute warning like we usually see in outdoor football. Of course, in indoor football, you have the 1-minute warning. So once again, folks, we'll be back here at PAL Field in New Britain on April 19th as the Connecticut Falcons take on the New England Bulldogs. Bulldogs coming off a 27-12 victory over the Tri-State Bruins. They were supposed to play the Blackhawks. And that's the 2-minute warning. We are going to stick here with you, folks. So again, no point in me showing you my glove again. You don't need to see it. I keep shaking the camera too, so I'm not trying to do that. We're going to resume play here anyway, so you didn't miss anything. So as the Falcons were supposed to play the New York Blackhawks out of Queens in Week 1, the Bulldogs were supposed to play them out at AIC in Week 2. But of course, again, we talked about it pregame. Blackhawks folded. So the Bulldogs aren't a bye this week. Another low snap here. Donahue hands off and again, number 17 cut to the outside. And he's brought down at the 30. That's a loss of 4. We are at the 2-minute warning, as you heard before. So we're under 2 minutes now. The clock will continue to run here. Falcons looking to just run this clock out at this point. And they're going to come away with a 2-0 victory. This is the first time I've been broadcasting football. This is year number 6, folks. I do believe. I've never seen a 2-0 game. First time for everything. It doesn't seem that the Cardinals have any timeouts anyway. They can't stop this clock. I might actually take my timeout to end this broadcast here in just a couple moments. Again, if you are on YouTube, please subscribe to the channel. I have much more coming, including another broadcast for Big East football next week as the Kingston Lions take on the New England Black Panthers. Another handoff here on first down. He has hold down the sideline, and he goes down inside the 45. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the icing on the cake for the Connecticut Falcons. And the celebration on the sideline here for the Falcons. They're going to come away with a victory here. And the 2-time defending spring champions will fall to 0-2 on the year. The lone scored the game on a muff punt. Punter running back to his own end zone. Trying to get rid of the ball. Was unable to, and he gave away the only point to the game here. Otherwise, we'd be going to overtime scoreless. And who knows when we would have seen the first point to the game. Of course, we had 2 field goal attempts by the Falcons. Both were blocked. Or one was blocked, one was missed. So there was more points left on the board, and Donahue will take a knee. And running back. For a second there, I thought about the flip, but no flip. For frustration here, number 15 of the Cardinals. And ladies and gentlemen, that's your ball game. You might not want to believe it, but believe it, folks. Your final score: the Connecticut Falcons 2. The East Coast Cardinals 0 for the Connecticut Falcons. For the East Coast Cardinals. For the East Coast Football League, I'm Stephen Err. That'll do it for this one, folks. We'll see you next time.